Look, Froggy, it's a bird. It's a plane. It's
a cockroach. Run!
Look! Hello, everybody. We're all booing Froggy today. Boo, Froggy. Boo.
We are here to talk about the last will testament of Lois Lane Kent.
No, it's Always Am Forever. Season 3, Episode 7 of Superman and Lois.
Yes,
and
it's awesome. Always and forever. Yes.
Forever and always.
How do I summarize this into basic a couple words? Jonathan asked a panic attack.
I would have said drama.
Well, like I said, this is what happens when you ignore the boys. The boys get worried. They go to the fortress. They end up asking the Kryptonian grandmother, who's a hologram, if there's any way they save their mom. And she says their Kryptonian technology would kill Lois. And Jonathan is upset about that. Clark, who was at the treatment, basically sitting with Lois, hears this, shows up, yells at him. Then Jonathan yells back, basically, and they have a little argument. One other thing happens, pretty much. I mean, it's nothing really big.
Yeah. The big thing is what happens with Lois and Pia, which we learned last week. That's Bruno Mannheim's wife.
Yeah, and that's pretty much the reveal. Pretty much at the end is that Bruno reveals that that she basically is my. He shows up because basically what happens is that Clark decides to basically go investigate, talk to Bruno Mannheim, get a story, and basically narrows a pin down, and then he basically says, "You're not doing this to help people with cancer, no, because you're doing it because someone you personally care for has
cancer."
Yeah, basically has cancer, and they kind of bond, and it basically Bruno shows up at the hospital, and it's revealed that Pia is his wife. Pia.
And it's an oddly sweet moment.
Yes. The other thing, though, is that, there's a few things going on. Sarah is kind of upset when she learns, she recently learned that her dad has a new boyfriend, and it's Chrissy.
No. Her dad has a new girlfriend.
No, it's not a girlfriend, my bad. I'm so used to Supergirl.
Did you know that Alex is gay?
Did you know that Alex is no longer on CW? Oh, yeah. Out of a job.
No, nobody touches without consent. Anyway.
So basically, Chrissy is dating Sarah's father. She's upset about it. She's the fact that her dad's moved on. Sarah's and Lana's a little upset too, but won't say anything. Yeah, Chrissy tries to break the ice at the restaurant where the girls, Lana and her girls are having the breakfast or dinner, and the waitress comes up and repeats the order, and Sarah recognizes it especially Lana, because that's what her husband usually eats, And Chrissy tries to be nice and says, hey, this just sort of happened, but it was not while you guys were together. This is after the divorce thing.
Mm-hmm.
And Sarah basically doesn't like the fact that Chrissy's 10 years younger than her dad, which doesn't make sense because the actress and the actor kind of look the same age.
Yeah, Chrissy has got some. She looks kind of old and tired.
Well, I wouldn't say that. You rude ass. No. So anyway,
she doesn't look old. Obviously, she looks very tired. She's got those rings from working at the paper all damn day.
It's because Clark and Lois never show up for the paper.
He is Superman, and she is cancer. No, she has cancer.
No excuse. So anyway, so there's a side story going with that where basically Sarah was supposed to go do a movie with her dad. She's waiting in her dad's apartment. Chrissy shows up with the keys. She's like, "Oh, you got to get a keys." Actually, no, I borrowed it because he was going to meet us. Here he wanted to drop something off, and then it's revealed that Sarah, and all three of them were going to go to the movie together. But Sarah didn't know this. Sarah got upset. Basically, called her a whore. Because it's like he's like basically, I don't know. It's she's basically upset. So then Sarah's already been scolded by her mom at the diner because she said something after Chrissy left. So when Chrissy left and Chrissy stormed around her, he's like, you know what? You basically scolded her out. She's like, you don't have no right to call me to say this stuff to me. It's like it's like
Mm-hmm.
It's just this is a one-time thing. Your father actually like each other, and stuff. It's and it's just
so basically the Ling women need to shut up.
Yeah, pretty much a lot of Ling women. Yeah, yes. Anyway, yeah. So Chrissy is stopped.
Now we know why Chrissy has candies in her bag.
Yes. So Chrissy, we'll get to that point in a few seconds. So Chrissy leaves his apartment, and then Sarah feels bad, goes and basically, you know what? I'll go out and watch the movie because after her dad canceled, because Chrissy said, here, you can go take this to a friend and go watch it because So they go to the movie theater as they're walking up and on the sidewalk and all there, and you're like, and Sarah's like, should we get candy? He's like, don't. And Lana's like, don't, or not Lana, but Chrissy's like, don't worry. And she opens up her whole bag. She's like, oh my gosh, she's looking at a free candy store in there. And then she grabs gum. He's like, and basically Chrissy's like, oh no, not these. He's like, what? Oh, she's like, you're a pothead. My dad's dating a pothead. She's like, yeah. You make one mistake at Coachella, and a bad thing. And apparently Sarah was perked up because she's like, what band did you see? Anyway, so while those are going on, there's another story going on too with the other side characters. And I gotta say, compared to The Flash, these side stories are much better.
Of course, because their writing isn't filler. They write that with that in mind. They aren't thinking, well, what are we going to do this week?
Well, they're all connected because at this theater too, Matteo is in back of town. He wanted to have lunch and meet Natalie's father, Henry Irons. So they have lunch, but then, before this, Lana had basically had a little conversation at the gas station, or basically because or grocery mart. Because Henry was buying food stuff, and then Lana's kind of putting the moves on him a little bit.
Mm-hmm.
And it says oh, you're gonna meet her, her boyfriend. He's like, oh, just relax. He's nervous too. And when finally comes time to have the lunch thing, we'll sit down with Matteo coming over. He goes into overprotective dad mode and pisses off Natalie. Natalie takes her boyfriend Matteo. They go watch the movie, and that the same theater that Sarah was going to watch, because there's only one theater in town. So
it is a Smallville. Aren't you so glad that I came for this?
I now dub the Zach variant Palpatine. No, so there's that going on, and then he basically, because Natalie's pissed off at him, he talks to Lana again, and Lana's like, oh, what happened? And they kind of have a little flirty moment together. Apparently they must have had dinner or did something together, or while the kids were at the theater. Afterwards, they go as they're walking on the sidewalk, and they come across, and he sees his daughter. Henry sees his daughter, Natalie, being kissed by the boy, kissing, and he wants to say something. Lana says, no, hold on. And then he goes up there, pulls Matteo aside, and basically apologizes to him. And Matteo professes, oh yeah, I'll take care of your daughter. I really don't like her. So that's going on. That's that story. So the big shocking reveal at the end of this freaking episode is Matteo goes to talk to his parents. It's revealed that his parents are Bruno Mannheim and Pia Mannheim.
Dun dun dun.
And he's like, and he's like, Mom, I think she might be the one. She's like, whoa, maybe we have to meet this girl. And this is going to cause a conflict because Bruno and Henry don't get along.
Their history, yeah.
Yeah.
But I'm very disappointed. I saw a trailer about Lex Luthor coming to Superman and Lois, and I got no Lex Luthor.
But they did name drop Lex Luthor because we get to learn the origins of Bruno and Pia and how they basically met each other, and they used to work for this other gang lord, boss, and because Bruno Mannheim said, you know what, let's make a deal with Lex Luthor. We keep the slums, and then he can do whatever he wants with the rest of stuff. We just want their own section of land here. The original boss they worked for didn't like this, and it was going to have Onomatopoeia basically kill using her canary cry. Dear God, it pretty much is a canary cry, and she basically kills all the other guys that were basically working or decided with Bruno. And at the last second, she turned around, saves Bruno, and kills the boss. And that's how they got together, and they basically rose to power, whatever. She had her last cancer treatment, so she rang the bell at the top of the hospital. Yay! It's like going to Arby's when you get good service, ring the bell. Yay!
Yeah, but overall, it's a fine episode. Like it's.
Yeah.
I'm getting a little bit wary of drama every week, and that is the driving force. And I understand that. However, Superman is best as obviously a dad, which he does have that moment with Jonathan at the end, which is nice, where he's drinking wine and basically tells Jonathan, hey, you gotta cool your jets, man. But it's a difficult time for your mother, and you're super too, even though you're a little more human. But you know what? Jordan is as human as you are. You got to remember, you're half Kryptonian as well.
Yes. Yeah, they say they sit down and basically Lois and Clark talk to him.
And then he gives them an entire bottle of wine and says, chug it, see how much of a Kryptonian you are.
Chug.
That is not true. He was struggling with drinking just 2 seasons ago, so let's calm down a little bit.
No, he wasn't drinking. He was struggling more with was it? No, I thought it was the LK he was taking.
That was what? Season 2, right?
And Jonathan is just
season 1. He was drinking whenever they came to the small town because there's nothing else to do.
He's making bad decisions, but although
he's doing better now. He is.
I do like this actor. I do miss the other actor though too. So far, they pretty much. I thought I was gonna hate this actor, but he's doing a pretty good job.
Yeah, it's pretty much on par, in my opinion.
Yeah, same.
And that's pretty much it. So another week. Surprisingly, 2 decent episodes.
So my prediction, though, is that we're gonna have Lex Luthor show up now that Bruno Mannheim is not gonna be as evil as we think he is. We're led on to believe. Even though we did, that he had his wife did kill the mayor of Smallville and stuff, but Lex Luthor is gonna be the guy that they team up against, or Lex is gonna kill Onomatopoeia.
I think that might happen. I think something's going to happen to Pia. So anyway, wow! I just realized Onomatopoeia, and her name is Pia.
You didn't? I just said that before. Onomatopoeia, Pia.
Yeah, but her name is Pia.
Yeah, and I don't think they ever gave her a name the first few times we saw her.
Well, yep, that's fine. But that's it. So we want to ask you, please like and subscribe. Leave your comments down below. Did you watch this episode? You should have. If you didn't, that's fine. Put something down there anyway. If you have seen it, give us your thoughts down there. We want to hear. Are you enjoying it? You know we are. And that's about it. Check out the cool fight if you can. Every dollar helps. It fills Froggy's wine fund. That's right. I'll make that beer. Canned wine?
I like my beer, and if you want to help out, and it goes to me keeping me nice and clean, nice clean clothes.
That's right.
Shop. Nobody likes a homeless frog, so if you can donate. Also, the money goes to basically paying for the StreamYard every month, and it also pays for the Marvel and the DC app, which are used for our readings on Fridays and Sundays. And because Puppeteen is out of the country, currently on vacation, we're going to be reading some DC comics. So, if you liked last Sunday's, what was it? We read Teen Titans. Look for more. We might just do Teen Titans while he's gone.
Oh, no. Well, you'll have to wait and see. But that's it for now.
Go.
Oh, God. So from me and Froggy, thank you so much, and we'll see you next time. Goodbye.
Also, stop tomorrow for 8 p.m. Central.
Ah!